everyone, welcome back to another LeetCode problem solving video. Today we are solving an interesting string problem using C++. So basically the problem name is check if number has equal digit count and digit value. So basically in this problem we are given a string called num, and the meaning of this string is very special. At every index, the digit tells us how many times that index should appear in the entire string. Let me explain in a simple word. Suppose the string is 1210. Here, at index 0, the digit is 1. That means digit 0 should appear exactly one time in the string. At index 1, the digit is 2. That means digit 1 should appear exactly 2 times. At index 2, the digit is 1. So digit 2 should appear exactly one time. At index 3, the digit is 0, meaning digit 3 should appear 0 times. Our task is to check whether all these conditions are satisfied or not. If every condition is correct, we return true. Otherwise, we return false. Now before coding, let's think about the logic. So the easiest approach is first count the frequency of every digit in the string, then traverse the string again and compare whether the required count matches the actual count. So basically step 1, store how many times every digit appears. Then after, for every index I, check whether frequency of digit I equals the value stored at num of I. If any condition fails, return false immediately, otherwise return true. Now let's start coding step by step. So first we will create a frequency array of size 10 because digits go from 0 to 9. So we will use vector actual counts. Okay. Then after, initially all frequencies are 0. Now we need to count how many times every digit appears in the string. So we will run a loop through each character. So for that we will use for loop. Now here C minus 0 converts the character digit into an integer. For example, 3 minus 0 becomes 3, and then we increase its frequency. So if digit appear 2 appears 3 times, then actual counts 2 will become 3. Now after storing all frequency, we need to verify the condition for every index. So we will run another loop. That will be for int I equals to 0, I less than num dot length. To I plus plus. So here for every index we calculate the required frequency. So for that, int required count equals to num of I minus 0. Again this converts the character into an integer. Now we compare required count with actual frequency. So if actual count of I not equals to required count, then return false. If they are not equal, that means the condition fails, so we immediately return false. And if all indices satisfy the condition, then after the loop completes we return true. Now let's understand this properly with a dry run. Suppose num equals to 1210. Here we can see 1210. Initially actual counts array contains all zeros. Now we count frequency, so the digits are 1 to 1 0. So finally digit 0 appears one time, digit 1 appears 2 times, digit 2 appears 1 time, digit 3 appears 0 times. Now let's verify each index. Index of 0, num of 0 equals to 1, so required count becomes 1. Now actual count 0 is also 1, condition is correct. Index 1, num of 1 equals to 2, required count equals to 2. Actual counts of 1 is also 2, again correct. Index 2, num of 2 equals to 1, required count equals to 1. Actual counts of 2 is also 1, correct again. Now index 3, num of 3 equals to 0, required count equals to 0. Actual count of 3 is also 0, correct. Since every condition met the function returns true. Now let's take one more example. Suppose 0 3 0. Now count frequencies. Digit 0 appear 2 times, digit 3 appears 1 time. Now check index. Num of 0 equals to 0, required count equals to 0, but actual counts of 0 is 2. Condition fails immediately, so we return false. Now let's see the complete submission code. Let's submit and check whether this is working properly or not. Okay, that's working properly. As we can see, it had passed all the test cases. Now let's talk about the complexity also. So the time complexity of this is order of n, because we traverse the string 2 times, and the space complexity is order of 1 because the frequency array size is fixed at 10. So this solution is very efficient and clean and interview friendly. And that's for this video. If you found this explanation helpful, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. And if you have any kind of doubt, then please comment it in the comment section. I will try to solve it as soon as possible. Thank you.